Hi Divas, welcome to the Divatude Experience. My name is Michelle Garrett, founder of Divas With A Purpose, and I am so glad that you joined us. Today we have Janeane Davis speaking to us on Diva, Let Out the Confidence Within. You are in for a treat. Janeane gave some fantastic actionable steps and examples for us to use to let out that confidence that is within all of us. So, I definitely would encourage you to grab pen and paper, take some notes. If you're on Twitter, definitely feel free to tweet out anything that stands out to you, and definitely join us in our closed group so that we can discuss how we all are going to let out the confidence within. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Janeane, for joining us for the Divatude Experience. Your topic today is Diva Release, the Confidence Within. Can you share with us why that is important to you?
It's important to me because a lot of times people are timid, they're shy, they're scared to do things, they don't have the confidence. And what I want people to realize is the confidence you need for anything you want to do is already within you. You just need to let it out. You need to recognize it, hello, and then let it out. That's why it's important to me because everybody can be confident. Everybody can do whatever it is they want to do. And I strongly believe that.
I love that. So, can you tell us just how our viewers and listeners can release that confidence within?
It's a funny thing. I want you to visualize getting dressed in the morning. It's a three-part thing. The first thing you do is you put on your big girl panties. You get up. I'm serious. Think about it. When you get dressed in the morning, you get out of the shower. The first thing you do is you put on your undies. Before anything else, the undies come on. And your undies, that's your confidence. That's your attitude where you just tell yourself, I can. I will. I am. No matter what it is you want to be. You want to be a doctor, lawyer. You want to be a mother. You want to be a wife. You want to be an entrepreneur. No matter what it is you want to be, you have to talk yourself into it. Because if your mind can think of it, you can do it. When I was a little girl, I heard an expression from Jesse Jackson, and it was, if my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. So if you've already put it in your mind that you want to be a successful businesswoman, then you can do it because your mind thought of the idea. Your heart can believe it. You can achieve it. And you just have to get up in the morning telling yourself, I can be successful. I will be successful. I am successful. And you need to do all three parts because you need to let yourself know that you can do it. It is possible. It's not an impossible. It's not this wild dream. It's something you can actually do. And you want to let yourself know you will do it. That's the future. The future is you will be whatever it is you want to be. And then you have to tell yourself finally, I am. I am doing it right now because this is how a successful, confident, happy, whatever it is you want to be, this is what she does. She gets up in the morning, takes her shower, puts on her big girl panties. That's how we all start the day. No matter who it is that you respect, who it is that you admire, they're all doing the same thing. Going down from a housekeeper for someone else to Michelle Obama. They're all doing the exact same thing. They're getting out of the shower, putting on the big girl panties before they do anything else. Then they're moving forward. So that's always the first step. See yourself putting on those big girl panties. The next part is your dress. Well, you can't go around in public being successful at most professions in just your panties. You have to put on that dress. So the dress is that attitude. It's that swagger. It's that confidence. And you call it that fake it till you make it dress, but with some work. Because you can't just fake it till you make it because you're never going to make it if you don't put in the work. So that what you do after you slide on your big girl panties, you put on your fake it till you make it dress. And that's when you go around and you put the dress on and you pull it down. And you ever catch yourself, you look in the mirror and you're thinking, wow, I look good today. You ever get one of those moments? And that's
Yeah.
the attitude you need to have, that fake it till you make it attitude. So that when you're getting up to do something and you are scared to death, and some stuff is scary. Going out to do Marrying my husband, that was scary. Having a baby, that was scary. Taking the bar exam, that was scary. My first murder trial, that stuff was scary. I didn't know what I was doing. This boy's life is in my hands. I'm scared. But I had on my big girl panties. I put on that fake it till I make it dress. And I just said, you know what? This is what confident lawyers do. I've seen them on television. This is how they stand. This is how they hold their heads. And that's what you do. No matter what it is that you want to do, there's someone who has done it or who has done something similar. Copy her attitude if you don't have it yourself. Stand up with that pose, that confidence. Put on a smile, even if you don't feel it. Just fake it. People can't tell your fake smile from your real smile. You'll start to believe it. And you carry your purse. You just stand up straight. So you have on that dress that makes you just say, ah. And that's your attitude. That's your talking yourself into it. That's your getting up to do it. You don't put on that good dress and then lay in the bed lazy. When you put on that good dress and you're like, I'm looking good, you start walking around and, you just get a little bounce in your step, a little roll in your hips, and it feels good. That's after you put on your big girl panties and that fake it till you make it with work dress. The next thing you need is accessories, because you never leave out without your accessories, your star, your pearl earrings, your good watch. And so that's your accessories. And when it comes to letting out that confidence within you, your accessories are things like cliches, memes on social media, even photos. For example, cliches are those old expressions that have been around forever. And they've been around forever because they work. And these are things that you can say to yourself when you get up first thing in the morning. And what's great, you can use them all day long to help boost that confidence within you, to remind yourself to let the confidence out. Now, the cliches that work for me may not work for you. Don't worry about it. Come up with some cliches of your own, some expressions that work for you. Now, if you don't have any of your own, start with mine and then run from there. I taught these to my kids and they use them, and it's fun. Well, you haven't seen Funny T, you've seen 8-year-olds say some of these things, but it's really fun. And they work. They work on an 8-year-old kid. They work on a 48-year-old mom. These things work. One of the first ones that you really should try and keep up for yourself is one girl's trash is another girl's treasure. This one is so powerful. The reason for that is that there are always going to be people who tell you that your thoughts, your dreams, your ideas are stupid. They're worthless. You're not good enough to do that. You're not smart enough. You don't have enough education. You don't have enough experience. You can't do it. It's dumb, dumb, dumb. It's not dumb, dumb, dumb. If you thought of it in your mind and you want to do it, it's a treasure. It's gold. Treat it like that. That just because it's that person's trash, it's still your treasure. You think about it like when you go to a thrift store or a consignment shop. You go in there and you see something on sale for $10 and you think, oh my gosh, I can't believe somebody got rid of this thing for $10. You snatch it up and you think to yourself, you know what? I'm going to rearrange the grocery money because this is just going to make life so much better for me and for my family. And you snatch that thing up. It is treasure. It is gold. But it's in the thrift store. It's in the consignment shop. It's in Goodwill because somebody else thought it was trash. That person's trash is your treasure. Think of your ideas, your dreams, your hopes the same way. Just because somebody else can't see the treasure in it, it's still a treasure. One girl's trash is another girl's treasure. Respect your own treasure. Another one that was really great. Now, I watch a lot of prison shows. And I just do. It's my little thrill. It's the criminal defense attorney in me. I can't help it. But I watch a lot of prison shows. And one of the things that I learned from there was the next expression. And one of the inmates said to the cameraman, you don't get ready, you stay ready. Mm-hmm. And that's so important when it comes to your confidence, when it comes to you just letting out that confidence that you have within you. Because when you're trying to run around and get something done really quickly, it's hard. You're going to miss something. Think about when you're trying to go to the supermarket to get groceries. If you have your list already done and you keep your list on your smartphone as you go along all the time, you know you got your phone with you at the market. You always have that list. You have what you need. You're staying ready. But if you don't have a grocery list, you don't make it up until you're in the car, or you don't make up until you're walking up and down the aisles at the supermarket, you're going to forget the carrots. You're going to forget the sugar-free popsicles that you went to the market for to surprise your husband. Then you're going to go home and be like I was. Oops. But had I written it down on my list, I would have brought home those popsicles. But that's one thing that you want to do. You want to stay ready. If you're supposed to be a successful businesswoman, make sure you have business cards in your purse. Make sure that you always have an elevator speech ready so that you can tell people what you want to do. If you want to be a successful housewife, that's good. Make sure you keep your house stocked. Make sure you keep your grocery list ready. Whatever it is that you want to do, stay in that mode at all times. Now, that doesn't mean you work 24 hours a day, because it's not time to work. But it means that if you have to rush out of the house to go get a sick kid from school, you're still ready for business, because you got those business cards in your tote bag. You got a couple business cards in your mommy bag. You have your elevator speech already done that you've practiced a million times in the mirror, in front of your husband, in front of your kids, with all your girlfriends, so that you're ready. And that's very important. You don't get ready, stay ready. Another one, and I only have a few more for you, but they're good. This next one I got from my mother-in-law before she passed away. She taught it to my husband when he was a little kid, and I taught it to my kids. And it's a very good visual also. And the expression is, get all you can all you get. And what that means, she was telling him as a little boy, any information, anything you can learn, get all of it. It doesn't matter if you need it now or if you need it later. Consequently, my husband knows more trivia and seemingly worthless information than anybody alive. We have to get on Jeopardy because we would clean up. But it's so important. Get all you can. Don't think that because this is a little kid, they can't teach you something. Don't think that homeless person begging for money can't teach you something. Don't think this stupid little book that you see someplace can't teach you something. Get all the information you can. But that's not the important part. The important part is, can all you get? Store it. Remember it. If you don't have a good memory, write stuff down. Have a notebook where you write it down. Go back and read it. Put it in your electronic device. Get all the information you can. And then can all you get. Store it. When my kids heard the expression, she thought about a little can. And she says, Mommy, I'm going to put this in my can. And she was thinking of a soup can. And that's what she thought of. She learned something and she puts it in her soup can, and she's got a soup can in her brain. That's what she thought of it for. Now she's 8 and she'll tell you that she has 3 cans because she's learned so much in her all of 8 years. But that's important. Get all you can and can all you get. Get that information, store it up so that when you need it for later, you can use it. That helps you not just get ready, stay ready. That's how you recognize that your stuff is treasure, because it's in your can. You've stored it. You've gotten the information and you stored it up. The next one I got is from when I was a little girl. It's Langston Hughes. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. And the poem is actually called Mother to Son. It's by Langston Hughes. And it's a mother basically telling her son, look, boy, sometimes life is hard, but suck it up, buttercup. You got to still keep moving. My life has been hard. There has been parts of the steps with no carpet on the floor, bare, tacks on the floor, splinters. It's been really hard being me, your mama, but I've kept going. And just like I kept going, you keep going. And that's important for you as part of your confidence, because things will happen that will knock you back. You will go for a big business proposal, and everyone who hears your proposal will say, it is no way in the world I'm taking that idea. I am not hiring you. I wouldn't let you scrape my dog stuff up off the ground. I just don't want you. And that's a blow to your confidence. It just is. Things will happen that are a blow to your confidence, that knock you back and just hurt you. But you know what? You still have to keep going. You still have to keep moving. You still have to realize life ain't a crystal stair, but life goes on. Just like that staircase keeps going on, you need to keep going on. And that's so important. And if you realize that, it will help you, not if you get knocked back, but when you get knocked back, because it will happen. My final expression will make all the science fiction people happy. This came from Star Trek. Okay, my husband is a big Star Trek fan. I
I
live with
too.
him. I got exposed to Star Trek. I've come to like it. Now, one of the Star Treks is the one Star Trek Next Generation, and it has Captain Jean-Luc Picard. You know, it's all French and everything. And one of his one expression that he said to his crew was always "make it so." And I love that expression. You all who are watching, many of you don't know me, so you don't know that I'm a bit bossy, a bit determined. I like getting my way. Make it so is the perfect expression for me, but it can also be the perfect expression for you. What would happen on Star Trek is that, of course, some alien civilization would come and threaten the Enterprise, and doom was about to happen. And the captain would start telling the crew, do this, 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 and this. I want all of this solved. Make it so. And they would say, but Captain, yada, yada, yada. And he'd make it so. And his expression was, I don't care. But Captain, we're out of gas. Make it so. Captain, all of our fleet has been decimated by the Borg. Make it so. It didn't matter what the problem was. He always just said, make it so. And that's something important for you to keep in mind as you try to release this diva within. It's your job to make it so. Okay, your kids don't want to listen. You still got to get this work done. Your husband does not want to help with the dishes and the laundry and you're sick. So make it so. You have to make it happen. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. You can't wait for somebody else to give you what you need to be successful, to be happy. You have to make it so. And once you realize that it's your responsibility to be confident, it's your responsibility to let that confidence out, it's your responsibility to be what you want to be. Once you realize you have to make it so, then you just do it. You put out the excuses, they're all gone. So those are my favorite cliches. One girl's trash is another girl's treasure. You don't get ready, you stay ready. Get all you can all you get. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair, and make it so.
I love those. I love those. And as someone that knows you, yeah, make it so is definitely
Yes.
definitely very, very fitting for you in a good way, though, in a really good way. So, Janeane, thank you so much for those specific action steps we can take to releasing the confidence within. What would you say has been your greatest success so far when it comes to doing just that?
I think my greatest success is I see it more in my children. I see it in my daughter, who is now a sophomore at Spelman College. She wants to be a lawyer, not just a lawyer like her mother. She wants to be a PhD and a JD. So she's going to have a doctorate in philosophy and a law degree. There are programs you can get them both at the same time. And I see with her, she says that she wants to find somebody who loves her like her daddy loves me. She wants our kind of life. To me, that's, you don't get better than that. When I see that my children, they want to be successful. My son, when he saw a woman when he was 3 years old and he liked Miss Carla. This is how close he was to marrying Miss Carla. And so he said to her, Miss Carla, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to buy you a house, a car, and gadgets. Because he knew that's what his daddy did, gave me a house, a car, and gadgets. And when I see that, when I see one of my 8-year-old twins, she wanted to talk to her big sister about girly girl things. Mommy, I got to talk to Euphoria about important girly girl stuff. I'm scared because I think it's going to be another version of the talk. She's 8. We already gave her enough of the talk that she needed to have. But she gets on the phone, her big sister and I are scared to death. And you want to know what important girly girl things was? Her 4 times tables. Okay. She says to her big sister, Euphoria, I need your help. I need to know my 4 times tables. I don't know them. Help me. And when I see that they think they can do anything they want, that's my biggest success. When I see, also with other people, when I see people that I deal with, and they went from thinking, well, maybe I could write an ebook. and they went, and I did a workshop with a group of bloggers, and we went through a 6-week program. And they started off, had never written a book, or they started and never finished. And at the end of the program, they had ebooks, and I saw their successes. I'm a person who believes anybody can do anything. And so when I help somebody to reach their dream, when I help somebody who says, well, I wish I could write a book, I wish I could do this, and then you see them do it, that's winning. That's a success to me. And that makes me feel, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel that I am an example. I'm doing something that I was called to do. I'm a church girl. And church girls are always different things from the Bibles. And one of the things it says in the Bible was that the rocks are going to cry out about God. And I always thought, well, if the rocks can talk about something good and convince people, I should be able to do that. And it makes me feel good when I can help other people to reach their goals and to reach their dreams. I mean, I've had conventional successes. I got married. I've been married 25 and a half years. I got 4 wonderful kids. Not just my opinion. They're wonderful. I get reports all the time. They're wonderful. They're cute. They're adorable. They're charming. And I have a small, successful consulting business. I'm growing a writing business. So those are conventional, successful things. And those are all important, and I like them. But my biggest success, I really do believe, is the influence that I've had on others to do what they want to do. I don't get credit for it. I don't ask for it. But when I see them succeed, I think, wow, I'm part of that. I helped do that. And that's a good feeling. And that just makes you smile. And that helps build my confidence, because I see, well, I helped so-and-so reach their dream. I should certainly be able to help myself reach mine. And I think that's my greatest success, is being able to help other people reach their dreams, and that my children think no matter what they want to do, they can do it.
That is awesome. I love it. I love it. And I can attest, because I was one of those bloggers that you helped through that 6-week course. And it did make a difference. It made a difference because, you have this idea and you have someone that is giving you these actionable steps, but also they're motivating you and encouraging you and telling you, hey, you can do this. So thank you for that, because it really does make a difference. So you've given us these action steps, and I love the analogies that you use. So we've got our big girl panties, we put on our dress, and our fake it till you make it dress, and we've got our accessories.
With work. Fake it till you make it with work. You can't
fake
just
it till you make it with
fake it
work.
till you make it
That's
with
right.
work.
Gotta remember that last part. And we've got our accessories on. But there's some people that even putting on their big girl panties, that first step, is hard for them. So if someone's listening right now and it's just like, okay, you've told me this, it makes perfect sense, but for whatever reason, just taking that first step is difficult for me. What is something that they could do to jumpstart them into action today? What would you advise them to do?
Okay, there are a few things you can do. One thing you can do is if you just can't talk yourself into it, help somebody else. Because when you help somebody else, you're doing it. So that when I help people write their ebooks, I wrote mine along with them. It spurred me on to action. So when you help somebody else do something, it's subliminal. It's like you're tricking yourself into being able to do it. So that going back to my kids, you can tell I'm a mom. I keep using my family as example. When she was 3, she thought she could build a time machine with duct tape and some duct tape, and I think bobby pins or paper clips. I believed her. I still to this day believe if she put her mind to it and she took that duct tape just right, she can do it. So what did I do? I helped her. I bought her the duct tape. I bought her the paper clips. I bought her the paper clips, and she never got around to it. But whenever she does, it's here. But when you help somebody else to achieve their dream, when you help somebody else to feel confident and comfortable, it's a subliminal thing. And if you do it often enough, it will start to wear down on you. You'll start to get the impact of it. And if you can't believe it when you say to yourself, I can be successful, I will be successful, I am successful, then just start talking to yourself. You just start giving yourself a pep talk like you would your girlfriend. Because you know, if one of your girlfriends calls you on the phone, oh, Janeane, life is horrible. My girlfriend who's working on her PhD in counseling, she literally calls me on the phone, Janeane, life is horrible. I got a B. But I mean, she doesn't get to the she gotta be first. It's 10, 15 minutes of her whining and crying and I'm gonna drop out of school. And you have to believe your own hype. You got to talk yourself into it. So that's what I start telling her. You can do it. You can do it. You can pass this program and you can do it. You just start talking to yourself. Even if you don't believe it, just tell yourself, I can do it. Even if you don't believe it, your belief doesn't matter. Another thing you can do to help yourself if you don't have that attitude yet is know your place in the universe. And by that, I mean, you're not the dumbest person in the universe. You're not the smartest. You're somewhere in the middle. But maybe you're acting like you're the dumbest person, the most worthless person on the planet. Once you recognize that that's not who you are, that you're somewhere in the middle, that means you have room to grow. That means that you've come from far because you're not way down at the bottom. Know your place in the universe. Also, if you can't convince yourself to get that big girl panties attitude, start faking it with the attitude of that person that you like, that you admire. You know, they're all over the place. We have neighbors who have their kids are well behaved. You know, some of us, when we go to the market, we're looking at our kids and we're saying, you know what? Why are my kids only bad kids in the market? Why are my kids only kids screaming in the market? And you look around the market and you see all of these moms with their kids who are sitting in the little kitty cart or pushing the grocery cart for them. And they're being so nice and so charming. And you're looking at your kids. Why? Why did I bring y'all? Maybe it's not any of you watching. Maybe it's just me. But,
It's not.
but you look at those good moms with the good kids. And you just have to start looking like, well, I'm just going to act like my kids are good. I'm not going to act like the twins just tried to jump their brother. I'm just not. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm gonna put my head up. I'm gonna smile at my children, and I'm gonna say, "I love you guys. Oh, I can't wait till we get home and cook some dinner." And I'm faking it because I want to cook dinner for y'all now. But I fake it. I talk myself into. My children are so wonderful. My children have such good behavior. And sometimes you will hear me at the market actually saying it, and then you'll see them looking at me, and you'll hear me saying it. You'll hear me saying it in aisle 7. You'll see me saying it in aisle 8, and in aisle 9. And then by aisle 10, they'll be good for a couple aisles. But me talking about it over and over will get me from aisle 10 to maybe aisle 14. Now we got to start again at aisle 15. But you got to talk yourself into it over and over and over again. Another thing that you can do is if you can't get that confidence up, start doing some things like vision boarding. A lot of people think of vision boards as just cutting stuff out of the magazines. That's cute and that's nice, but that's so old school. Right now, we're all Pinterest crazy and we're Facebook crazy. You can get programs where you can copy those pictures, put them in a program like Evernote, and you have this vision board of this great happy life that you could have. And so when you're trying to talk yourself into it and you just can't, pull out your electronic device and start looking at those pictures. Start looking at the house you would have if you were successful. Start looking at the clothes you would wear, the trips you would go on. Start looking at the behavior your children would have if they didn't go crazy in the supermarket. So a lot of it is talking yourself into it. And sometimes you got to talk a lot. Sometimes you are really sitting there having some long conversations with yourself. Another thing to think about is now get some friends and you just tell some people, look, I am not having confidence in this thing I want to do. I don't care if you believe in me or not. It is your job when I call you and tell you that I don't feel good about this to tell me, girl, you got this. I don't care if you don't believe it. These need to be some good friends. I got some. Because I will tell people, okay, listen, I don't feel good. I'm not feeling confident. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, that, and the other. So when I call you tomorrow, or when I call you any day for the next month before this is done, you need to tell me, Janeane, you can do this. Girl, you got it. You need to get some friends like that. And It's their job to do that. And if they start talking to you about, well, maybe you can't do it, look, that is not your assignment.
Not
Your
your job.
assignment is to say, you can do this. You can make that time machine with duct tape and paper clips. I believe it for my 3-year-old. Your grown behind friend should be able to believe you can be successful in your business, write your book, have a good marriage, raise happy, healthy children. That's their job. And if they can't do it, fire them. Get somebody else. I'm serious. You're laughing and you think it's a joke, but you need that. We all need friends who look. I have told you this is your job. So when I call you, that's all we're going to talk about. I don't want to hear about your marriage. I don't want to hear about your job. Your whole job for that conversation is to pump me up. And then we can hang up. We can call each other right back, and you can tell me all about your problems, and I will help you. But when I call you in distress, it's your job to help me. Now, you might not have some friends like that because for whatever reason, your friends are lousy and you shopping for some new ones. Cool. That's not even a problem. I'm telling you, it's not. If you have nobody in the world who will give you that pep talk, you get your phone out, you go to voice record, you record a memo, and you record a memo that says, Janeane, you are an amazing writer. You are a wonderful business consultant. Whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish. All you have to do is put the work in. So get up early in the morning before the family, put in an hour of work. Get back up after everybody goes to bed, put in an hour of work. Girl, you can do this. You got it. Next month when this project is done, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it. Stop recording. When you start doubting yourself and when you can't get up in the morning and you can't tell yourself that, listen to the recording. And if you need to listen to that recording 10, 15 times a day, so what? Recharge your battery. It's a smartphone. It's got a rechargeable battery. That's your job. Eventually, you have to put your own skin in the game. And no matter how disillusioned, how uncomfortable, no matter how much confidence is way down the road from where you are, if you want it, you got to start working towards it. And if all you have is your smartphone, use your smartphone. If you're a person who doesn't have a smartphone and you're watching this video from a friend's house using their computer equipment, so what? Get a piece of paper and write it down. I am confident. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am successful at whatever I attempt. Write it down. You don't have to believe it. You just don't. You don't have to believe anything to write it down. A lot of the answers I wrote down on tests at school, I didn't believe. I wrote it down and got the A though. So this is what you need to do. Write it down, get the A, and when you're not feeling confident, you pull out that piece of paper. It might be a raggedy old piece of paper by the time you go from when you first wrote it to when you succeed, but that piece of paper is treasured because that piece of paper got you to where you need to be. And you can never stop believing in yourself. No matter, I know you don't believe it right now. Right now you're thinking, Janeane talked too much. So Janeane has always talked too much. But what I'm saying is true. If you want it, you build it. If you want to be confident, then that's your job is to work every day on building your confidence. Even if it takes you 50 years to get it, you're going to be alive for 50 years anyway. You might as well be alive working towards what you want. And if you just keep working towards it, you just keep telling yourself, I can do it. You keep reading that piece of paper. You keep looking at the smartphone. You keep calling your friends. And you keep doing whatever it is that you have to do to get there. And you will get there eventually. I know it doesn't sound like it now. It sounds crazy, but I've done talked myself into a whole lot of stuff. I am a poor little girl from West Philly that came from a broken home. I live on what's known as the Main Line, which is a hoity-toity suburb outside of Philadelphia. And I live here with my husband. He did not come from a two-parent family. I did not come from a two-parent family. But we are two crazy people who have been married 25 and a half years with 4 kids, who, though they drive us crazy, are good kids because we just started working towards it. And there's no option. The biggest thing, I almost forgot. This is the biggest thing. You're laughing, but this is so true. This is the biggest thing that will help you to succeed and become confident, to be comfortable in your own skin. There is no or. When my husband and I first got married, I told him, we're going to get married, we're going to be happy, and we're going to be happily ever after. And he asked me, or what? You know how they get, or what? My response was, no, you did not hear me. I said, we're going to get married. We're going to be happy. We're going to live happily ever after. There is no or. When you make no room for or, life is better. Because when you tell your kids, clean your room or no dessert, they look for a way not to get dessert. When you tell your friends, girl, be here at 1 o'clock or I'm leaving, she's not going to show up till 3 because you gave her the option. You gave her the or. You have to get rid of or. If you get rid of or, life, you will be amazed at how you can get that confidence, how you can be, what is that thing? Diva driven, inspired, victorious, call to action. You get there, in my opinion, by getting rid of or. There is no or. I'm going to be successful or I'm going to be successful. There is no or. If you don't have that attitude, if you don't have that confidence within you right now, you start telling yourself, I will be confident. No more. That's the end of the discussion. You don't have to record anything else. You don't have to write anything else. That's all you need. I will be whatever it is I want to be, period. No or, no if, no maybe, no, I will be. And that's the end of it. And when you do that, it unlocks so many doors. And it just pushes you because you don't have a choice. This is all I can do. All you can do is breathe air. It's not like we have a choice. We can breathe air or we can breathe water. We can breathe air or we can breathe peanut butter. No, we don't have a choice. We breathe air. That's it. There is no choice. That's what you need to do to yourself. I will be successful at whatever it is, period. Here you go.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. You have given so much valuable information to myself, to our listeners, in so many ways. Thank you so much. This has been fantastic. So, how can our audience learn more about you and the resources you provide to help them on their journey?
Easy. You can go to my website, www.janeanesworld, JANEANES world, ta-da! That's my website, janeanesworld.com. On my website, you'll find a resources tab, which has my books that I've written. And I have a new book that I've written just for this seminar on confidence, how confidence begins and ends with you. And so when you go to the resource tab, you can select that. And what I'm going to do, I decided just this minute, I'm going to give a special code to people who attend this seminar, Divatude. So if you type in Divatude when you place your order, you will get my ebook for free. And it gives you this whole presentation in book form with all of the stories and details, and it will make you smile. It will make you feel good. It will, if nothing else, it will make you laugh just reading the stories, and it will help you build your confidence. So go to www.janeanesworld.com and you can read my blog articles, which are all about being confident, doing what you want to do. And you can also go to the resource tab, get the book, type in the code Divatude, and you will get the book for free.
Thank you so much. That is awesome. I just have to say thank you so much. Like I said, again, you have been such an inspiration in so many ways, personally and professionally. So a lot of the topics and things that you touched on in releasing the confidence within, I know they personally helped me throughout the time that we've known each other. So I know this is going to be a great inspiration for many of the women that are watching this. So thank you again for taking the time out of your schedule to talk to us today. And, you know, I think you're awesome. So I'm a little biased. I'll be the first person. I think you're awesome. So definitely, divas that are watching this, please make sure you connect with her at Janeane's World. Definitely take advantage of that offer for her book. I think that is great. I'm about to go get mine now. So thank you again, Janeane, and I appreciate you for being a part of the Divatude Experience.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's presentations also.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love how they're all connecting to each other. So that's great. They're flowing in a really great way. So that's awesome.
No, there's some wonderful women there. I'm excited about it.
Awesome. Thank you.